Alright, what's up, guys? I haven't done a video like this in ever, I think. So, I wanted to do something like this for a while, and I'm going to do it now. One Piece chapter 1043 came out yesterday, and it is one of the most important chapters for the entirety of the series. Because it revealed the fact that Luffy's devil fruit is not actually the gum gum fruit. And there's a lot of theories about what kind of fruit it is, and I found this one on Reddit through a friend of mine. He sent me this post, and we're going to go through it real quick. So, this is the post right here, and this is explaining what this person, let's see what the person's name is. Person's name is Pringles. This is what his theory is. Pringles on the One Piece subreddit. So, shout out to you, Pringles. The theory is that Luffy's fruit is not actually the gum gum fruit, gum meaning rubber. It's actually the resin devil fruit. So here's his evidence for this, and I'm going to explain to you what I do agree with and what I don't agree with. Because I think that there's a lot of truth to this theory, but I don't think it's completely there, and I'll explain why at the end. So right here, Luffy's awakening resembles resin, okay? So here he has his grin. He has his grin right here, his return. And here's resin. It's melting like Luffy is. And right here, clearly they showed melting resin or something akin to that in a drawing that Oda did. So right here he says resin's properties fit with Luffy's devil fruit power. Resin is a chemical compound isolated from plants or animals in nature. Resin has an amber state, or it's stretchy, Luffy's base form. Resin becomes soft on heating, second gear. Resin burns with a smoky flame when ignited, the red attacks. So the fire attacks. Actually, no. I guess he just means like the attacks he does in second gear, or maybe it's the fire attack. So let's go with that. 4. Resin can be hardened. Fourth gear. It's funny that he put that for number 4, and he put this one for number 2. Second gear, fourth gear. That's kind of clever. 5th is resin is an insulator. Epoxy resins are widely used as insulators. It's a good thing that he put this one, because if he didn't put that and this wasn't explained before, when I was thinking about the fact that it's not the gum gum fruit, my whole mind was trying to wrap around what it could be. And I was like, even if it's a specific devil fruit, it needs to have that property in there, because the whole thing with Eneru is that Eneru couldn't hurt Luffy with his power because rubber isn't a conductor, it's an insulator. So the fact that this is a part of his theory means that it holds merit, it's true. Or at least it's possible. But I still don't think it's 100% true. I think it may have something to do with this too, though. So here's another thing. This is his second favorite scene in One Piece, apparently. Okay, so Robin's wiping sap off of Usopp's pants, and she's saying that it's a unique kind of natural resin. And the fact that she's speaking about resin to begin with, and this is Oda's second favorite panel in One Piece, it means that this is somewhat significant. So here's Oda's first favorite scene where he's dancing like Sun God Nika, which is clearly extremely significant too. Also, Sky P has been my favorite arc since about 2017, 2018, way before people have started speaking about it now. I just want to throw that out there. It's not really relevant to this, but I just want people to know that. Okay, so here's Luffy altering the trajectory of his arms, and as Kaido has stated, rubber can't do that. See? And this guy's saying, at each alteration, Luffy melts his resin and makes it change the trajectory. So it's not actually a property of rubber, it's a property of resin that's allowing him to do this. Now, we're all aware of this part right here, because this is the most recent thing we've seen. This is the Gorosei speaking about how one of the fruits has been changed, the name, and something about it hasn't been awakened for centuries. And then you have Zunisha right here, which isn't necessarily relevant to this, Zunisha being here, but it's just showing that Zunisha is here. And yeah, now it's speaking about the tree, and these are blessings for the Black Sea as well. Okay, the rest of this isn't too relevant, but they are speaking about the jewel tree atom and all that stuff. Anyways, I'm going to explain to you guys why this theory is only partially true. I think this is a very good theory, but the issue with it is this fruit needs to be a zone fruit. And clearly the way that it's shown here, it's a paramecia. it can't be this, because the way that zone fruits fundamentally awaken is through transformation. The way that paramecia fruits awaken is by change of terrain, essentially. So they can change other objects to be that material, or they can change other objects to be what that fruit is. And this right here shows Luffy changing. If Luffy is changing, that's a property of a zone. That's the reason why Katakuri's fruit was changed from a Logia to a special paramecia, because if it was a Logia, that meant that Katakuri's awakening couldn't be what it was when he was fighting Luffy. That's the reason why Oda changed it from being a Logia initially to a special paramecia. So what I think is, I believe that Luffy's devil fruit is the Smile fruit or the Nika fruit. And my rationale behind that is this. I think the reason why Luffy's able to stretch the way he does is because, and keep in mind this has to be a mythical zone fruit, like a mythical Smile fruit, mythical Smile zone fruit, or Nika fruit. And the reason behind that is, I believe the reason he's able to stretch is because he's smiling with every molecule of his body. And when you're smiling, you're stretching. You're stretching your face to make a certain emote, right? I think that's what he's doing with his body, but he's doing it with every molecule of his body, so he's able to stretch it however he wants. He's punching, then he smiles with this part of his body, this molecule, maybe his elbow, and he turns it. That's what I think is happening here. He's smiling, like, he's choosing to smile here, he's choosing to smile here, he's choosing to smile here, and that smile is turning around to punch him. He's smiling with his body. I think that's what's happening. So that's my theory for that. And the reason why I think it's the Nika fruit, and it has to be the Smile fruit, is because Kaido is a very smart dude. He's aware of the legacy of Joy Boy, the prophecy of Joy Boy, and what's going on in this world to begin with. That's why he's in Wano to begin with. And to top it all off, the name of the fruits that Kaido is making are only zone fruits. Why is he making only zone fruits? And he knows all about Joy Boy. Maybe he was trying to replicate Joy Boy's fruit. But not even that. He knows that Joy Boy is somebody who brings smiles and laughter to everyone. That's why the Smile fruit is doing that to people. The byproduct of the Smile fruit is making everyone smile. But Luffy's fruit organically makes people smile because his power itself is smiling. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? But to top it all off, the fact of the matter is, Smile fruits are only zones. They're no other type. They're not paramecia. They're not Logia, they're just zone. So that's why this theory can't be entirely correct. Maybe it's a mythical Smile resin fruit or something like that. Because this still has to be a part of it. Because the Eneru thing about it being an insulator still needs to be relevant. And part of the reason why I think maybe it can't be a resin fruit, maybe it still is. It probably still is, who knows. I was thinking, because resin, right, when it's heated up like this, it eventually closes back up. So like Luffy's cut on his face, if he really was made of resin, it would close back up. But then I started thinking, well, Luffy cut his face before he ate the fruit, so it wouldn't cover it up, because that was what his face looked like naturally before the resin. So maybe it still could be a resin fruit, but I still think it has to have something to do with smiling. It's the mythical Smile resin fruit, or tree resin Smile fruit. It has to do with something with smiling. 100%. So pretty much that's what I think. And the simple matter of fact is that even from chapter 1, Luffy has shown that this fruit has something to do with smiling. Because when he first ate the fruit, Luffy said, "Look at me. Now that I've eaten this, I smile more. It has made me happier." He didn't say it's because I'm stretching. He didn't say I'm like a rubber. He said I've become happier. That's what he said. So basically what Luffy is saying is this. Luffy is saying, after eating the rubber fruit, I've become even happier. He's not necessarily saying that he's happy because he ate the rubber fruit. He's saying that the simple fact of him eating the fruit has changed his emotions to make him a happier person, meaning that that fruit itself intrinsically deals with happiness. And if anybody wants to say that No, that can't be. That's just a fan translation. You have to realize that the fans of One Piece have more accurate translations to the manga than the official translations. Look at it like this, right? In the Funimation dub, screw that, not the Funimation dub. In the official manga for One Piece, in the English translations, they call Zoro Zolo, even though he's clearly Zoro. The only reason they do that is because they got it wrong in the 4Kids dub, and we never recovered for that. They still call him Zolo, even though in the Funimation dub they call him Zoro. So why are they calling him Zolo there? Why are they calling her Big Ma'am? Why are they saying all these random things that aren't actually true? It's the same thing in JoJo, in a way. In JoJo, they do it to avoid copyright, but in One Piece, it's out of pure stupidity. In JoJo, they'll change some of the stand names to be something like, instead of having it be Notorious B.I.G. or something like that, we'll change it to be something like it, so we won't get caught in a musical reference issue for copyright. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna debate what people say if they say, oh yeah, it can't be that because it's a fan translation. No, the fan translations are actually more accurate than the official translations, which is really sad. But yeah, so back to the video. So it has to do with smiling. So I don't think it can be 100% Resin. I think Resin is part of it, though. And that's pretty much my theory on this. I don't think I've ever really heard anybody necessarily say that the way I've said it. I think his power is he's smiling with every molecule of his body, and that's why he's able to stretch. So that's my theory. And yeah, I'll see you guys maybe in another video, maybe not, I don't know.